Yep. Ah, there we go. I knew I was missing something.
Well, I just did the start video.
I'll let you look for, well, both of you can look for chats or anything, but nobody else on right now. All right, I want to start this meeting tonight, board meeting of August 7th by opening different bids that we have today. And we have only one fan bid. And I am going to open that now. We should have drum roll here. All right, we have a bid from Country Fair Incorporated. They're out of Bodenham. And price per yard delivered is $17.95.
That's a good price.
That's gonna be cheaper with what I think I can get somebody to mix it, put it up for.
But no, that's the mixing. Yeah, so before you put it, can I just look at it?
Yep.
But just for commentary on this, we were paying, I think it was 21 last
I
year.
was wondering what it was.
And
So that is a lot better.
it is a better price.
Well, you gotta remember, that was mixed and stacked last year in their price. This is
So this
just,
is just delivered.
But this says it delivered includes mixing sand.
really,
It does, yeah, no, we included the mixing. This includes mixing.
wow, yeah, there's no,
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right.
This is about 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. We bought some from Country
Right.
Fair, and this is about the price they gave us then. So this
What
is,
did we use last year?
it was Hager. And the year before that, it was mostly G&D trucking from Crooker. But a little bit of Country Fair as well. So this is, I'm happy.
Well, we will make a decision. We won't make a decision. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. And have a decision the following Monday. All right,
But it's okay. I'd like to send them an email acknowledgement, thanking them for the bid and just telling them exactly that.
yep. Yeah, because the bidders are not here. Unless it's one of you guys. All right, so as I said, there was only one sand bid. We have 3 bids for ditching. And the first one is wading through all the papers here. This is Griffin Construction out of Edgecombe, and their price for all the work is $28,500.
Yes.
Any commentary?
Yeah, there's more.
Okay. So that was bid number 1. This is from,
And here's, I guess the commentary is that this is for ditching culvert replacement
yep,
on
it
the
includes
post office
everything.
road.
It was a
I should
whole,
remember better.
Fowles
Fowles Point Road.
And the culvert post office.
references and whatnot. This is Ford Enterprises out of Hope.
So, well, post office. Fowles Point, yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole list of it. This amount was $62,400 total. Less 5,000 if 15 feet post office road culvert does not have to be reset. So if that culvert does not have to be reset, it would be 5,000 less, which would be 57 4.
Can I see that?
Yep. You know, Ford. They have some information. They have other things that they've done. There's a list of
References.
yeah, references, and so listing some of the other areas, different things that they've done. Did you want to see that? And the third bid that we have for ditching and culvert replacement is from CCC Construction LLC. This is out of Augusta. And the amount for this contract bid, not contract, is $39,955. Just under 40,000.
You know, these on website and something, make it, we're gonna throw a number at it. I mean, nobody's called me, nobody's looked at it. Yeah. None of me, so, and they throw a number at it. If we get it, we make a few bucks. If we don't, nothing more. Yeah.
So you don't know any of these three then?
No. I know Griffith.
You've heard of them before? I'm not sure. Are they reputable?
I think so.
Well, that's, yeah, this is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's the,
Yeah,
they got a project, they got an estimator that just, well.
So nobody contacted you with questions or, no?
No, I took Scott around and we looked at everything, and that's as far as I go with a relationship when it comes to this stuff, because I didn't know what that number was till you just told me. I stay out of that part of it.
Right.
Yep.
That way, win, lose, or draw on the job. I still have a job.
As I said, these will be reviewed on Wednesday. And a decision will be made on Monday. Want to take it?
So I was
Yeah.
wondering, I encourage Hager to bid in on this too. Are they just too busy at the moment to?
I don't know what's up with him. I don't know. I haven't really talked to Ross much lately.
I know everywhere I look, I'm seeing Hager trucks right now, because they're doing the 144.
Yeah.
All of 144,
Yeah.
yeah.
They got paving to do somewhere, the same kind of thing. Whitefield, Jefferson, Union, somewhere up that way, but the road is still closed from the May 2nd rainstorm.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah, wow.
It's still going, staying the road.
All right.
I think it's good stuff. What I'd like to do too this week is to, with Jim, go through what we spent, what the budgets, and the kind of commitments, and we'll get just an idea how much we've got as we're
Right.
going along
Yeah.
against our budget.
Mhm,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Because we still got the Bay Shore Road we need to spec out and get going.
I think, off the top of my head, I think we're all right. Because knowing 28.5. That, now I can say, all right, well, that,
compared to 57.
yeah, so it, gives me an idea about what we got left, and
Right.
just having a carryover is important to me as a spring. And I just want to get as much done as we can.
Yep. Great. All right, I'd like to go on, go ahead with warrants.
But, sorry, I'd like to also send an email to those
Mhm.
folks as
Yeah,
well. just
I
to get
assume
back
that
to-
you included all
Yeah.
four of those.
Yeah.
Yep. And you'll do that, Jeff?
Yep.
Okay. All right, on the warrants, I'd like to make a motion that we approve accounts payable number 14 for 75,000. 75,000 is the first payment for snow plowing for Dale Reno, and that's how we had set it up. This is a larger, the largest amount that he'll get, and that's for equipment and whatnot. So,
He's bought new equipment.
yeah,
and that's kind
yeah,
of the
or-
point. So
yeah.
we're making it very feasible for him to give us a good service this year.
Plus, he's already provided the bond, so if something should happen in the town, it's covered.
Right.
yep, he's bonded, we
We get
done
the
everything
money.
that he needs to, yep. So do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, all right. And April, I should probably make you one of these two, because I always have them out right there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve payroll number 15 for $3,844.32. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye. And this, by the way, is a little different from our normal one because it includes Gary Richardson's, his work. I'd like to make a motion that we approve accounts payable number 16 for $226.20. Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor? And this is for an invoice for Chris Cooper, which was way back in June, and he's just now getting his invoice in, and Ashley has been trying to, as much as possible, just wants to keep track of how much was spent in 2022, just to have that clear, and so it's why it's called out as a separate invoice. She thinks that's the last one.
Yeah, so that, I think it needs to go against the last year's budget.
Right, and that's what she's doing is trying to make
Keep
sure
things
that,
clean.
yep. All right, and lastly, I'd like to make a motion that we approve accounts payable number 17 for $3,397.86. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes of July 31st, 2023. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, gentlemen, do we have any citizens issues?
Yeah, I got a question.
All right,
Take about 3 seconds probably.
okay,
I'm just looking through this and it says constable and animal resource officer. $712 salary. I wanna know, I would like to know. Which part of it is for constable, which part of it is for the animal resource, and what is the animal resource? I never heard of the position. What do you do?
April,
I will do my best here. So Animal Resource Officer is the title that we gave to Buddy after we contracted with Lincoln County Sheriff's
Yep.
Department to do
Yep.
their animal control. He still does some maintenance. He drives around, he picks up any carcasses on the road. He'll do minor stuff for us. So he wanted to sort of continue in that role and sort of be helpful on the person on the island.
Yep.
But it's not like a full animal control officer, because Lincoln County Sheriff's Department does that for us. Now, I have no idea how the money breaks out. That might be an Ashley question, unless you guys know, is it for
There's
that
a stipend for that joint role.
combined role?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
I looked at a town report from 25 years ago, just because I happened to stumble on it. And the constable made $750 a year, 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
Now he's making 700.
Yeah.
But
But I guess what were they doing 25 years ago?
He may have been the-
Because in that Lincoln County.
yeah,
Well, there was more in that sense. We took some of the way we're paying Lincoln County to do.
I mean, just as far as.
Yeah.
We'll delay on the constable,
Yeah.
but half my life down here, I think that's what he got, and I don't know what he did. For that, but it's intriguing to me that it's gone down in 25.
it's interesting,
Money in the direction.
yeah, because he got the raise, the same raise that everybody else got, so it's probably more this year than he got last year.
We'd have to look back and see where they went down.
Where they
from seven-
changed.
No, well, he did a lot more last year because he was still the
Animal control officer, yeah.
So that's what he get. 1,061 last.
Yeah, and now we're having to give that all to the Lincoln County, at
Which is
least
great.
3,000,
I just didn't-
yeah.
I just wondered what that position was, and maybe buddy gives something I can do, might be an animal resource.
Yeah, that's a curious question. It'd be interesting. We do have all the books up there in order. It would be interesting to do a little research
That would be
project.
interesting.
Yeah,
Like I said, I just stumbled on one,
yeah,
1997.
wow.
And the CEO and the plumbing inspector and the constable all got $750 a year. Now, is it true now that the plumbing inspector and the CEO get nothing?
No.
They get the fees.
Yeah, they get the fees,
That's right, they don't get town, but
right.
so they don't get a salary. No.
And I remember years ago being at the meeting when this was talked about, and Jerry Bodmer at the time said, no, I don't need a stipend. I get enough from fees. It is something that we are going to revisit again, at least with some of the issues. But we actually probably should start that conversation.
Well, partially, as we look at the ordinance, building code ordinance, and the amount of work we're expecting.
Yeah.
That be done. It wouldn't, I suspect it won't be fair to just say pay the fee. or we have increased the fees.
Yes,
Well, also that we're now having, like for ramp and piers, we're actually having to pay for to do a little piece in the newspaper. So we're paying out that money. So somehow or another, we also have to, as a town, recoup that, so that we're not losing money for pier and ramp review. So if all of it goes to the CEO, then somehow or another, the town needs to recoup. So we need to revisit that. We're well aware that it's an issue. At this point in time, we're just carrying on as is, but it is an issue that we know we need to address soon. And we've talked to both Gary about that and Ashley. And so probably one of our workshops will start to have that discussion.
This actually, you have a breakdown on what part of that is for what, somebody,
She may have, yeah,
curious, you know,
yeah.
if the constable does have a salary still, I don't know.
I strongly suspect not. I think it's just what we paid for that role.
But you had thought it would go up because we do have cost of living that,
But we took away some of the responsibilities because it went to the county, so it may have been higher, and I'm sure it was higher.
But just the constable part of it.
No, I don't think we've actually broken it out. I think we have to go back to before we combine the two roles.
Well, like I say, 25 years ago, it was just the constable that said it.
Yeah.
and there was also an animal control officer that also got paid.
Wasn't one back then, on the book I looked at.
At some point, it became a requirement that municipalities have that. So that may be when it got combined to council.
one of the things that I came across, because I'm just reading everything. In regard to the constable, because I was curious myself, you know, what if some towns have constables that are allowed to carry guns, but basically the law does not clearly state the duties of a constable. So they have to be defined by an ordinance or detailed job description. Do we have that? I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, we could sit here and just list all kinds of things that, we don't have clearly in place.
Right way back, Lou used to carry a gun and he used to have a badge.
Right, so,
Hold it over his belt.
Yeah. yeah. So it just depends, I guess, on what the town's needs are. So, as far as now, I don't know, but yeah, that was just my.
Just curious.
It's just a kind of reminders, there was a human resource committee, personnel committee back about 15 years ago that was looking at positions. So that was the last time we did something with their job descriptions. So there may be a job description dating back then. But things got updated from there. So what we're using today for the town clerk, the town treasurer, it's been updated since that time.
Sure.
But I don't know that we've updated any of the others.
Yeah.
Uh,
Something else to add to the list.
Yeah, we're starting to look at policies and whatnot, and that certainly is right in line with that. And so it's nice that you're pulling that out for us to, give us a heads up.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why you're here, right? All right, any other citizens issues or commentary? Nope. All right. Roads, is anything happening on the roads?
Not right now. No, I think we're pretty well wrapped up for now.
Oh, that we're working on today? Bay Shore.
Yeah, Jack finished the grading today.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Bay Shore, he had Bay Shore and Baker's left. When I talked to him last night. If he got them both done today, which I didn't get down here early enough to check. And I'm on fumes now, so I can't check. Gotta get gas in there. So. All work is ceased as of right now, if he got them two roads done. The next thing will be this culvert project. And I may we need to talk further about the culvert. It needs to be installed in front of Gary Cromwell's house. Kind of a small project, put up a bid. We could wrap it into this project.
We, the town, need to order the culverts.
Yeah, I can call him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it delivered down here. I still got, by the way, brings up another subject. I still got a little cleanup to do out here and over there.
But so there's still a little bit of gravel.
Yeah, that's the stuff I had there, cause I wanna keep a little bit.
So that's it's your spare supply.
Right, and the rock, I wanted to keep some rock there, cause that's for the causeway, the next time a hole shows up.
There was one that was looking, have you been there?
That Saturday, and
Okay.
seeing that
It's starting
the
again.
dirt is filtered down is what's
Yeah.
happened, and
Yeah.
just needs more dirt.
Yeah, I meant to contact you, but I was down there Saturday and.
Yeah, I was never
Yeah.
there for.
Yeah.
Road. Every road on the island Saturday,
Wow.
from Saturday to Sunday. Junction Road looks really good. Down the very end, there's that water puddle there. Way down past Ely, Pierce is there.
Okay, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I-
Next spot.
Yeah, again, I drove around today just to get caught up and everything, every place looked pretty good.
Looks really good.
Back door road didn't get any gravel or anything, but a couple potholes that are avoidable, every point looks good. Everything looks to be pretty decent.
And any comments that I've gotten, I forwarded on to you. I know we had the comment from Thomas the other day and
Yeah. people
and actually
need
I
to-
responded to him right away. That was Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday when I talked to you,
Yeah.
people just need to call me, I don't know how much more available I can be, my number's on the website, I'm here every Monday.
Yep.
Uh,
But the request that came in today, and I did tell him, I did give him your number, I gave him, put it on a little post-it note, but he saw the gravel upside here. And was asking, is that something for residents to take so that they can build up between the main road and his driveway? And I said, we're gonna have sand for you. But no, the gravel is not for you. And that if you think there's too big of a gap or whatever, Jim will either tell you that it hasn't been finished yet, or you guys will figure it out.
Well, it makes me wonder, is it all the roads that just got paved or something, I mean,
May have been an area that wasn't even paved. I don't know. It was somewhere on Main Road. And I just happened to hear the conversation.
from these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. But anyway, I gave him your number, told him to contact you. And so hopefully he'll do that.
Yeah, I don't know what the state, like I said, they do plan on doing shoulders. Just a matter of when.
Yeah. All right, April, you had a couple items under roads.
Yeah, so, Jim, I just want to make sure you're aware the shore run fun walk is happening August 20th. I don't know, it sounds like there isn't any road work planned.
What do they do, West Shore, East Shore?
West Shore.
That's for sure.
They pretty much do the whole West Shore. They start at the town hall. And go down post office.
I don't know, never done.
I walked post office and I'm trying to remember because that was a 5 mile and the 10 mile. Did that go further down into West Shore and then come up and around? I know they all came out on West Shore.
Yeah, I'm looking for the route. It sounds like West Shore. It says Heels Pond and Monsweet Bay. That would all be
When was that again?
The 20th,
August 20th.
That's like a Saturday.
yeah,
Do you know, so DOT wouldn't be doing anything, because that's pretty far down too. They
Yeah,
don't
they
Really,
don't do nothing on Saturday.
okay,
And you.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually Sunday, it's the 20th or the 19th.
I only did the 25th.
The 20th is a Sunday. Either way, it's
so
not,
they're not gonna be doing anything.
there's not gonna be any active work.
Yep, yep.
No.
It's the 20th.
Years.
All right, so
is there anyone else I need to talk to or notify about that? I mean,
The shore run,
Rob's been promoting it and I put it in the newsletter and it's on the calendar. But anything else I have to think of or people to?
just so you know, the fire department will be providing some traffic control
mhm.
in support of that, so I haven't been part of that in the past, but. that-
Seems like they always take care of it.
Yeah, Stacy, it's on Stacy.
Yeah.
Things to do.
I mean, I'll announce it on Facebook that Thursday before, to just make sure all the residents down there know.
Yeah, I've seen it around a couple of times. All right, September meeting schedule?
That can be admin items. I don't know how that ended up there. And then I did have one more thing. What was it? Oh, and I may have already talked to you about this. I think I already did. Jason Cates was looking for documentation of how, what the condition of the roads was before Jack Shaw did the grading in the spring to try to document that for the storm damage at the end of April. But we don't have, it's not the kind of thing we do request for bids because it's pretty
There's part of the regular work.
small scale work. So I don't think there really is, unless you guys can think of something.
He's got the pictures of the storm damage
Yep,
and Ashley can give him the invoices, because I talked to her about which invoices were storm damage. And I told her that she could make them available, copies available for Jason.
I think she's already done that.
Yeah.
I think his question was. Because the storm damage is covered. I think the question was, what did the roads look like
Well, we
before?
have no record of that.
Yeah,
because-
right.
And I'm still looking for that SIM card, right? I need that SIM card.
Oh, for the pictures?
Yeah, I don't know how many pictures that camera will hold of one. If any,
Are you taking pictures?
I haven't yet, because I wanted to wait for Jack to get done.
But if you do that, then bring it into April and she could at least upload them if you're worried about the number of.
Try
pictures.
taking pictures, let's see what it looks like.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
should we have like twice a year where you take pictures of all the roads? So it's like a regular thing in case there's
No, I agree, I
like
agree.
every fall, every spring or
Get
something.
work done.
it would have been nice to take it a couple weeks before they got really started to see the difference.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah,
now we'll have a baseline to start from anyway.
but I thought we were gonna get a SIM card for you.
Yeah, you were.
Was Ashley gonna do that? Will you check?
Last I heard, you took the camera to play around with it and see if it
Yep,
works.
I brought it. He's got it
I
now.
got,
Yeah.
I got new batteries, she got, put new batteries in it.
You still need a SIM card.
Need a SIM card.
Okay, well, we're probably gonna need some like specs on that, like,
Yeah,
Those are,
So-
those are not one size fits all.
so when you come on Wednesday, if you show up on Wednesday, bring the camera, we can get the specs on it and then we can order a SIM card for you.
Yeah, I can show up tomorrow night to say here,
Okay, yep. Because I know we did talk about a SIM card would hold a little bit more. We weren't sure. Got batteries in it, it works, but we just don't know how much it'll hold. And we do know that we can upload pictures. So that would test it out too. All right, correspondence. Is there any correspondence?
Before you get up, ready,
Okay,
I wanted to talk about the LRAP.
Okay, right.
that's right. It's
And,
not on
and
here.
just to say, this is some of the material from last year. So I did find a file.
What
for
does
the
LRAP stands for?
Local Road Assistance Program.
Okay, good. No acronyms.
So this is actually filed several years of LRAP. So I think it was George's file that I was able to find last year and kind of put down what we did. So basically for this year, so to say, the same thing. The good news was that this year we'll be getting 30,000. And last year it was 26.
26,000. Go get.
So like
4,000.
4,000 more. So that's a little extra money coming in. More than what we budgeted for, in our assumption for the budget. So that's kind of the good news, but just so you kind of see some of the background material there.
How does the amount we get vary? What is the,
It's some type of percentage of this state road budget. So when the state road budget goes up, the towns get more. And it has something to do with the amount of road that we have.
The amount of road we have, whether it belongs to DOT or whether it belongs, or whether it's state road or just town road.
To go back to that, it is intended to be for support to town roads. But whether they're basing it something on the amount of state aid road that we have, I'm not sure.
And this is the money that we had for the past few years that didn't get spent, that was sitting there. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's,
okay.
I'm just gonna keep that as a reserve for
Yep.
disaster of some sort.
But they want us to spend it.
yeah,
We can put it into reserve account, but ultimately they want us to make sure that we spend it. So that's part of what we have to do in our response to say, how are you gonna use the money?
Well, here it says,
So do we have to send them a report at some point of
We do.
what we intend to use it for?
We do. So that's the next thing. That's why I part I want to talk about it is that what we've said in the past is that we've used it to pay off the loan.
Right,
So we did this major capital improvement to do the paving program. We're using the money to do it. Well, according to the auditors, we didn't actually do it that way.
okay.
The auditor said we actually didn't allocate the funds to be used.
which is why they were laying there.
Which is why they're in that capital reserve account.
Yeah.
So that's, I wanted to talk with Ashley just to say how best to respond this year.
Right,
So, so looks like last year we didn't spend the money, but we put a capital reserve account. That's okay. But it changes how we answer the question.
sure.
But what we have in the past is we've used it to pay off the big capital improvement.
And we need to be able to say now that we are gonna use this money to do blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can't be used for just regular old road maintenance. It has to be something that's gonna have a life of like 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's a major activity.
Okay,
So not a problem, just to say it's just being clear, I guess.
sure.
So
They don't-
conversation,
They don't want them to stop all that money and do a capital improvement project.
You can if you want, but you'd have to,
justify exactly what that is gonna be.
yeah, down the road. There-
Better sense for what
I'm
that,
thinking like the next phase, you know,
Yeah, we can say that. We're gonna put the money on one side and we can use it for, phase 3.
$50,000, whether it's this 50 or this 50, it's, you know.
Yeah.
Cause if they could save that culvert project, 28.5, I mean. But. I think make sure there's plenty of money there should we ever have a problem, and that's. I won't say found money, but it's money that we have that's not allocated for specific project.
But in the past, that's what my recollection was that we had it originally identified to go to pay for the loan. For the paving program. Apparently it wasn't specified that way in the town report, in the town budget. Which is why the auditors did bring it that way. But that was my record, how we were kind of paying for the program was to use the money to pay off the loan. But we gotta be clear in how we're doing it.
Right, and I don't foresee a loan next time around. That's what I'm getting at, is I don't see a loan because of interest rates. So I just soon stockpile money. So when we get ready to do something,
it's
we
there.
write a check for it and not have to pay interest. So.
Are we allowed to do that?
We can't,
Yeah, right.
we can't, no, we
We
can't.
We can,
We can put it if we want to into the capital.
we just need to be
account
clear.
and
Okay.
continue it.
Okay,
And then we can, then plan to use it for phase 3.
And we already have an idea what phase 3 is, and so we could be general about it.
yeah, you're right, with interest rates where they are, we want to borrow money
Yeah.
right now.
Okay,
Still under correspondence, I just want to double check, Julie had sent an email to us about the fire extinguishers.
Mhm.
Having them available at the firehouse.
yep, and I forwarded it to
I
the
just
staff.
Yeah,
Let
we
them
have
know.
a plan for that. I mean, we're all gonna be here Thursday to talk to Debbie from the insurance. And then the insurance, so we'll just round them up and put them outside the fire station at that point. Awesome,
Yep,
thank
I
you.
did
Okay,
forward that
calendar.
email to
I
them.
just wanted to-
Yep,
Okay.
thank you. Anything else on correspondence?
No, I'm kind of out of touch.
Okay, admin items, you had
Oh, yeah.
September.
Yep. Just figuring out what we're doing for September, to let the paper know. They like to know way ahead of time. So let's see. Are there any, we have Labor Day in there, right?
Yep.
So we're not meeting later.
Yep, which is the 4th. And then the 11th looks open. The 18th. I will not be here, but for some reason you guys can't meet.
Mondays,
25th.
Yom Kippur. I don't know if that makes a difference to you guys.
Which Monday?
The 25th.
25th.
The 25th.
Okay,
Um,
I don't know if that's a.
Well, that was mentioned as a point, by Senator Rennie, earlier this year. That I'm being respectful about holidays,
Yeah.
not necessarily Christian.
Mhm.
We could change it to Tuesday.
Well, if it's a concern, my attitude is if it was. Someone wanted us to not meet on the 20th, I'd be fine with that, but if there's no one advocating for. Because Labor Day is something where generally people take the time off.
There's always something going on there.
Yeah. But
Are you okay with the 25th?
I am, yeah.
Are you okay? with the 25th?
I'm okay with 20th.
Okay, so I think for the month of September, we should continue to have our 6 to 7 o'clock
Yep.
workshops. And also on Wednesdays from 3 to 6. They've been extremely helpful. And those are open, they're just not recorded. And then every Monday except for Labor Day.
What about going a step further and talk a little bit about October? Now, is there any reason why we wouldn't meet the Mondays of October?
I'm not sure when I'm going to be out of country again, and it may be October.
So it's out of country means you can't zoom it.
When I'm out of country, I'm on vacation. And I would like a break. I love working for the town, but I need a break.
Monday's Columbus Day,
Monday,
the ninth,
which,
sorry, the 9th of October.
Indigenous
October?
Peoples Day. Really?
okay, so that's
Yeah.
probably as a regular holiday, we should probably take that out.
Yeah. We can set the meetings for now, but
Yeah, we can always get, just,
yeah, whether I'm here or not, it doesn't matter. We'll have somebody else be the chair.
somebody else will second.
Right.
Okay,
As long as we have a first and second, we're good.
That's right.
so not meeting on Columbus Day for sure.
That's the
Indigenous
9th.
Peoples Day, the 9th, yep,
Yep,
Okay.
Indigenous Peoples' Day, yep.
okay. And we can revisit this. I
Yep,
have
yep.
it on my agenda to always bring this up at the beginning of the next month.
And as much as possible, I'd like to keep those workshops and on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay. Yep, we will presume unless,
Is there any of the press on the Zoom? meeting?
No one is there except for us. Charlotte's been ill, so we need to check to see how she's doing.
Maybe,
Alright.
just maybe on that note, I'm thinking about it today, in terms of, public awareness of what goes on with this type of town business, we get a lot of benefit, I think, from having the newspapers cover it. But Wisconsin newspapers done very little. And I'm disappointed because that was one of the things I thought we'd be getting, the Zooms, that Susan Johns would be able to log in and look at the Zoom.
She has been here before, but.
Yeah, but it's recorded, so doesn't have to be tonight, she could look at it tomorrow, she could look at it next week.
Right.
But we're not getting Westport uncovered in the Wisconsin newspaper. In Lincoln County News, we get good support usually from Sharon, just the challenges right now, when she's not feeling well, we don't get any coverage. And I'm not sure what to do about that, but my concern is that it's hard for people to find out what's going on unless we do like I don't want to send out the minutes of the meeting to everybody.
No,
That's kind of
that
nuts.
won't work, no.
But
could we proactively send the minutes and the YouTube link to
both of
the papers? I mean, or if Charlotte's not feeling well, I don't think sending her stuff's gonna help. But is there like a higher up editor's email address we could send it to? I don't know. I
That's
also
a
don't want to get
thought.
them in trouble or anything, but
Yeah,
just maybe registering a concern about communications.
okay,
That hopefully we can get some, so if anyone does have any contacts, like even this fancy newspaper to push.
Yeah.
And what it would take.
Mhm.
Again, some of the challenges with John Henderson also, well, I presume he's not gonna be doing much of his column for a while. So it's one more Westport Island, piece of communication that we may not have for a bit.
Now, you
Hopefully
guys,
Charlotte's okay.
you guys come here every week. You've been coming pretty regularly. Is this like the best way for you to get, do you look at like the newspaper afterwards to see what's in there?
I always read the Lincoln County. I read Henderson's article and I read anything they got on Westport, but I gave up on the Wisconsin people a long time ago.
And I think that goes back to the different administration.
Well. Have have we done it?
What? Susan is with.
Susan did discuss it.
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Charlotte has been a long time. Have we done anything for Charlotte? I didn't. Double check.
No, I brought it up, but, we weren't quite sure what was wrong, you know what I mean, so.
Just,
kind of-
just to get,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, because 2 weeks ago, she had emailed me, and Charlotte often will email with questions after the meeting. And so I've helped out, Donna's done that too.
Yep.
With some answers. But she emailed, she said, wasn't feeling, wasn't sure it was gonna get in the paper, and that's why I sent out my email, because I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
And at least we heard from Gay that
Gay
she
said,
hasn't
yeah,
been
she
feeling well,
Yeah.
but she's hopefully getting better.
So let's talk about that on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll get one card going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, and
Any other admin items, April?
No.
Anybody?
Or other legal business, just on assessing, I did talk to Evan, where he stands. Says he's about halfway through with doing the inputs. For the assessing he's doing. I haven't done anything about the letter, but I will, so I'll have that for Wednesday. So we'll have something that we can then combine with what the assessing was to say this is, so we can send something out to people.
Gotcha, yeah.
The other thing would be the senior tax abatement. So I think you had a brief statement about the changes.
Yep.
I was hoping to find something I could then incorporate into a letter.
I have that. In fact, it was what they used when they say this is what we say to people. And it was just a nice little statement.
Yeah,
So-
so this is what you got. I made you put one in our box, so thank you.
yeah, I did put something on the website. Based on
Yep,
that.
yep. So I think there was something about oh, yeah,
This
so
is
they
what we
talked
tell
about,
people.
here's what you should, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think definitely that it would go on the 2023 tax property, and there would be no further. And then there were these other things that I thought were nice. If you need help with paying your taxes, then here are a couple other places. So
Yeah.
this came from them, and I liked it. It was pretty succinct there. And I thought it should be included in there for those who are gonna get.
This part is easy. I just wanted to have more backup. So as soon as Brian questions come back, we've got the backup to talk to. Partially talking with Evan, one of the things is the standard for how to handle this. You should go in and for their tax bill this year, we give them the same rate as last year. But I think in our case, there isn't gonna be any tax increase anyway,
Right.
and indeed, it may actually go down.
Right.
So one of the considerations. So, because we'd have to then go back after December and change it
Yeah,
Change it all
again.
again.
Yeah.
So there's an opportunity maybe to save this double entry. So that's a thought to talk further with Evan and with Ashley about,
If taxes don't go up at all, then we shouldn't have to do anything.
well, we still gotta tell them
Right, right, but as far as having to go in and.
We don't have to plug it stuff in the system.
Exactly,
That's,
exactly.
that's right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
to me, that's saving some of that,
Yeah.
that time and effort.
Right,
Taxes go down,
How
then they can
many-
just go down.
How many people are we talking about?
100 and something.
106.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's a lot of us old geezers, you know.
Look at this room here.
Wow.
Get out of here, Adam. Back in April. Yeah, yeah,
And Jim too, doesn't
yeah.
he? So, yeah, no. You gotta remember that Westport's average age is something like around 55. So.
I know, but I'm just, I'm happy to see there's that many people paying attention and wanting to,
Yeah, there were only
Take
two that
advantage.
didn't meet the criteria.
yeah. I know.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're too.
It might not make it.
Yeah, no.
I think bottom line, it doesn't really.
No, I know, I was just curious, I mean, because I said, oh, well, how big of a deal is it if you have to like, plug it in?
Well, yeah,
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same,
lot of
same
extra-
time, and you don't want to, keep on your, anytime you do any data entries,
Yeah,
you in
yeah.
there. The other thing though, is that, as Evan was saying, we really should, go and do that. Kind of rate change to bring us up to 100% valuation, which is gonna change the rates. It won't change the taxes, but it'll change the rates.
Right.
It's another reason why holding off on
Yeah.
making the data entry change.
Yes.
For the senior
Yes,
tax.
yes, yes.
So just be aware, that's where this stands with Evan. Now I'm back, I'll try to engage with Evan and we'll get this sorted.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll be able to kind of finalize this.
Okay.
Yeah, and April did put this information on our official website, so. If people, all they have to do is click on these if they have a question. And hopefully nobody's calling you anymore to ask for filling out next year's bill.
Nobody's asking for that.
Good.
Should probably ask that.
Yeah, yeah, I think word has gotten out about that, so. Just one other thing I want to say, and this is because I was in the Casa the other day, driving by the town office, and there was a big sign that says, looking for volunteers for the ordinance committee. And I thought, oh, yes, so are we. What is this about ordinance committee? So if you know anybody out there that is interested in this, before we start calling on people, I haven't gotten any.
Just a few that have come in, but we should maybe think also about what our strategies, where we want to make sure we have representation.
Well, and I haven't heard from anybody, maybe you have, because I haven't, I know we've talked about potential names, but I don't know if anybody's really.
I think Bob Mooney was getting railroaded from the planning board.
Okay, any other business? No, all right, with that, then I'd like to make a motion that we call it a night. Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Action. Good.
You guys are becoming regulars here. This is your big Monday night out. Yeah,
Flying around, all that.
Sure, have we got all the speed limit signs up?
I got one page section each door.
Okay,
There's already one on Greenleaf Road, but I do want to straighten it.
You saw.
Straighten it up. Right across the town. Oh.
Hang on.
Top of the hill. Yeah. And down by Bertha Gardner.
instead of a sign and leave, a sign of co-host.
Sometimes it's in the 3 dots area, you have like that.
yeah, you just stop the recording.
That's.
It's